Hello everyone and welcome to another video. If you want to start the web development or the full stack development inside of your computer, if you want to learn this, first thing, of course, you need to have a computer. And the second thing, you need to configure your computer so you can run all of those applications that we are going to create inside of your own computer, right? The first one is Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is your code editor, right? So in order for us to write code, we need a code editor. To do that, you can come here and download for Debian or Ubuntu, Red Hat, Fedora, or even Mac OS. If you are using Windows, just search for Visual Studio Code or code.visualstudiocode.com and download your code editor. So just click on download, go to get started or user tutorial, or follow this tutorial here that will help you a lot how you can install and open everything else and create your setup. That is not hard, right? And the second one that you need to install is Git. The Git is a tool that the creator of Linux developed to help developers to handle with versions of software, to handle with the files of software and everything else. Because in the past years, when you are creating your own software, you have to, and everything else, it was very complicated to handle all these versions and all these backups and everything else, just creating folders, right? So the Linux decided to create a Git, right? So you need to download Git, just come here. You need to click download, same thing. Let me just click here just so you can see what happens. Just have to download this guy, and after that, execute. After that, so we have the code editor, the version control software, and we need this other guy too that we will not use him by now, but when we start to learn about backend, React, and everything else, we'll probably need to use Node.js. So this is also another guy that we need to download. That is the Node.js. The JS is for JavaScript, right? So you can use it for backend. You can create your servers, your web apps, your command line tools and scripts and everything else using Node.js. This guy is a compiler. He's a open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment that will help you to do all these things. You can create a HTTP server, write tests, read and hash a file, stream pipelines, work with threads and everything, just using this guy, Node.js. So it's a very important tool for you to download, but make sure to download the LTS version, right? If you try to download like the new features and everything else, you probably have a lot of problems with that because these versions are not LTS. LTS means long time support. So it is a more fixed version. You should not have any problem with this type of version here. Just need to download it. Again, I would not download this guy again because I already have everything on my machine. You should download also Node.js in order to create all your environment, to program with us and to develop all the projects. So you don't need to come back here, download anything else, right? If you have a code editor, if you have a version control software and a cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment, you are free to go because JavaScript is the main language that we are going to use in this course, right? See you in the other video.